So in previous topic we discussed about the biomedical waste management. So this is the special type of waste which is different from the municipal solid waste, okay, from the commercial solid waste. Okay, so this waste, biomedical waste, is required some special attention or special management for the handling of waste, for the collection of waste, for the disposal of waste. Okay, so why this is? Because this is the special type of solid waste, and the method for that collection of that waste and the disposal of waste is different from that municipal solid waste. Okay, so this biomedical waste is not considered under the municipal solid waste. Okay, so as the municipal solid waste, which consists of the residential waste, commercial waste, also household waste. Okay, so this special type of waste categories as biomedical waste, e-waste, electronic waste, and industrial waste. Okay, and also you can say the hazardous waste. Okay, so this is a special type of waste which require the special method for its collection and the disposal of waste. And special handling, collection, and disposal is important in case of the management of this special type of waste. So yesterday we discussed about the definition of biomedical waste. So simply you can say the waste we generated by the hospital, from the nursing homes, from the clinics, from the dispensary, from the medical institution, from the animal house, from the pathological laboratory, from the institutions, from the blood bank. Okay, so these all type of waste which is infectious waste and which is infectious to the human health and environment, that is called as biomedical waste. Okay, so that's why it is injurious or it is harmful to the environment and human health, so it needs special attention during the handling, collection, and transportation and disposal. Okay, so that is called as biomedical waste and special type of waste. So we also discuss about the different sources and the generation of biomedical waste. Okay, so in picture you can see this is what the biomedical waste, which consists the different constituents of biomedical waste, which are generated from the pathological laboratory, from the clinics, from the pharmacies, from the pharma industries. Okay, so these are the different types of waste. Okay, so as we discuss the biomedical waste. Okay, so the biomedical waste rule which published in 1998, and the rule is called as biomedical waste management and handling rule in 1998. Okay, so now this rule is revised in 2016. So now it is called as the biomedical waste management and handling rule 2016. Okay, so according to that rule, the uh, every person which comes under the handling and management of the biomedical waste, which do or which act according to the law of biomedical waste management. Okay, so for the collection, how to collect the waste, how to separate the waste, how to store the waste, how to segregate the waste, and how to dispose that waste. So this all according to the biomedical waste management rule. Okay, and that is 2016. Okay, so we discuss about the different generation sources of the biomedical waste. Okay, so we also discuss the different terms related with the biomedical waste, like hospital waste, which comes from the hospitals, so then biomedical waste, and infectious waste, which is infectious to the human health. Okay, so this waste which having the different sources. Okay, so before that, the classification of biomedical waste, and in that classification of biomedical waste we discuss about the two types of waste, basically the non-hazardous waste and hazardous waste. So hazardous waste is also classified as infectious waste, and it is also classified as other hazardous waste. Okay, so in infectious waste it is a non-sharp plastic disposal liquid waste, and in hazardous waste, it is radioactive waste, discarded glasses and other containers, chemical waste, cytotoxic waste, and incinerator ash. So these are the different waste, the category of the biomedical waste, basically the infectious waste and the non-infectious or other hazardous waste. So in this classification of biomedical waste, uh, Infectious waste is almost 15 to 18%, and other hazardous waste is 5 to 7%. Okay, so this consists all different biomedical waste. Okay, so next, what are the sources of biomedical waste? So if you are considering the sources of biomedical waste, so it include the waste generated from the hospital, waste generated from the nursing homes, waste generated from the clinics, waste generated by the dental clinic, waste generated by the pharmacies, waste generated by the pathological laboratories, waste generated by the blood bank, waste generated by different the biological and medical sources. Okay, diagnosis center, treatment diseases, then medical research laboratories, and other hospitals and physicians. Okay, so these all are the different sources and generation of the biomedical waste. Okay, so as the biomedical waste is quite different from the other type of hazardous waste such as chemical hazardous waste, radioactive hazardous waste, and industrial waste. Okay, so the biomedical waste may be in liquid or solid. Okay, so obviously it contains solid, but some of the liquid also you can say the human blood. Okay, or other different chemicals maybe which involve in the treatment of the person. Okay, so that is what the liquid type of waste is also the category of the biomedical waste, and that waste is infectious waste, and that is you can say the it may be consist of blood or some you can say the body parts. Okay, of human and animal tissues, bandage dressing, discarded clothes. So these are all type of infectious waste which comes under the biomedical waste. Okay, so these are the different sources of biomedical waste. Okay, so this biomedical waste is divided into different categories. Okay, so what are the different categories of biomedical waste? Okay, so you can see this is category number 1, category number 2, category number 3, category number 4, then 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so this waste, this biomedical waste is differentiate or divided into different types of categories. Okay, the category 1, which consists the human anatomical waste. So there's human anatomical waste which consists of human tissues, human organs, and human body parts. Okay, so these all type of waste which classify into the category number 1. Okay, and this waste we can treat by the method of incineration, or by we can dispose by the deep burial method. Okay, so these two method we can use for the disposal and the treatment of category 1 waste. Okay, which consists of human anatomical waste, and which consists of human tissues, human body organs, human body parts. Okay, category number 2, which include the animal waste, and which it consists of the animal tissues, animal organ, animal body parts, then bleeding parts, fluid, then blood, experimental animals used in research, waste generated by the hospitals, colleges, discharge from hospitals, and animal houses. Okay. So these all waste that is in the form animal waste, that is classified into the category number 2. And also this type of waste or animal waste, that also you can treatment, or that you can treat or you can dispose by the method of incineration and deep burial. So as we already discussed, the incineration, it is a method where you can completely burn out that waste and convert into the ash. Okay, and deep burial, it is a method in which it is the same like a landfilling method, but what is the difference? Deep burial method, in that the deeply excavation takes place like 2 meter, 3 meter, 4 meters, okay, 5 meters, and after completely 5 to 6 meters of excavation we have to dump that waste into that excavated area or excavated well, and finally that covered with the soil. Okay, so that is called as a deep burial. So we have to bury that waste at deeper level. Okay, so that is the method, it is called as deep burial method. So these two treatment methods we can use and dispose the waste as animal waste. Okay, so category number 2, which consists the animal waste, which comes from the animal tissues, animal organs, animal body parts, animal fluid, animal blood, and other animal waste. Okay, which can be disposed by the incineration and deep burial method. Then category number 3, which consists the microbiology and biotechnology waste. It is waste from the laboratories, cultures, then stocks or specimen of microorganism, live vaccines, human and animal cell culture used in research and infectious agent from the research and industrial laboratories waste from the production of biological toxin. Okay, so this waste, okay, that is microbiology and biotechnological waste which comes from the laboratory cultures. This waste which you can dispose or you can treat by the method of the incineration. You can use the local autoclaving method or also you can use the microwaving method. Okay. So as we know the incineration, it is a method where we completely burn out the waste, and the method of autoclaving and microwaving, it is again the thermal treatment where we can heat that waste at a temperature like 100 or 200 degrees Celsius. Okay, so where that different uh, different specimen or stocks that you can heat or you can give the thermal treatment by autoclaving and microwaving. So autoclaving and microwaving both are the thermal treatment which operated at the lower temperature of 100 to 200 degrees Celsius. Okay, so this is what the category 3, category number 3, and the category number 4, which consists the waste sharp. So this waste sharp, it is nothing but a needle, syringe, blades, and glass. Okay, so these are all type of waste which is in sharp. Okay, or it's sharp in nature. So it may be needle, syringe, and blade. Okay, or maybe glass also. So this maybe it is both used or unused sharp waste. So these all type of sharp waste which can be disposed or treated by the method of disinfection. Okay, so this disinfection method, it is nothing but the chemical treatment. Okay, so this treatment, so autoclaving and microwaving, this both treatment are act as a disinfectant. Okay, so series and needle you can disinfect at the temperature of 200 degrees Celsius in autoclave or in microwave. Okay, so these are the different treatment methods or disposal method which are used for the category number 4. Okay, so you can use chlorine treatment. So in that you can use chlorine for the disinfection of that needles, syringe, blades, and glass. Okay, and also you can use different types of other chemicals for the disinfection of that waste. Also you can use autoclaving and microwaving for the sharp and needles. Okay, so they can disinfect at a 200 degrees Celsius temperature, and shredding you can use for the glass and other waste. Okay, or blades and syringes. Okay, so from that you can what happen, you can minimize the volume of waste and you can convert that syringes and needles into the fine particles in the form of ash. Okay, and finally that is easy for the disposal. So this is what the category number 4, that is sharp waste, so which can be disposed by the disinfection method, that means treatment by disinfection method, and we can dispose by the shredding in landfill.